There is a rising canker in one of the Ghanaian fishing communities, Senya. Ora Oil and Gas spilled its oil in the water body, which served as a source of livelihood for the community. Allegedly, Ora Oil and Gas Company tried to bribe journalists to cover up the crisis. A PR representative of the company is here today on the Big Bite show to clear the air.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to another informative and educative episode on Big Bites, where we discuss real-life issues and dissect ethical problems. Our topic today will be on ethics in crisis management. I am your host, Anita Fianco-Debra, and I bring you nothing but the best here on Big Bites. Today, our story will be focusing directly on the devastating oil spill that has happened in the community of Senya. This is being caused by the oil and gas company Aurora, and we currently have our journalist on ground, Helen, who will be talking to some community members to tell us what they are experiencing and how this is affecting them in the community. Helen, if you can hear us, please give us your feedback.
Good morning. My name is Helen and I'm reporting live from the scene of the oil spillage. As you can see, there are no fishing activities ongoing here. Fortunately, there are few community members heading towards me, so I'll be interviewing them concerning how the spillage has affected their daily lives. Good morning. My name is Helen from JD Multimedia.
I was your JD Multimedia. I'm for Ibia.
Oh, met me and Yamaka Kanimaka.
Madam,
Pacho Min Chakra. Oh, Pacho Min Bonu. Okay. Pacho, wouldn't the same.
Your friend and say na koko.
Pacho na unswe.
Auntie Baba.
Pacho na unswe.
Atama.
Atama, Miss na obu efu dem gidi bibia bako de.
Ba ma breno, me fu abu mani.
Pacho facho me. We dem say mumre kra. Pacho me trini de shadan ye nti meka brofo aye den afrim. So please, I would like to know how the oil spillage has affected your daily lives.
Baba na then no kan bebre. O si nsuo no sani asen kwame na efa so haye. O muti krokasi mo munim ne ekoso abegina aka brofo ankese kase guye.
Na madam me mama bonfu
Ana pe oba won nsuo. Pacho ma no nsio.
O di nsuo ni fi o no mo kromo a.
Be di fi krokasi me
na me nka ho. Ai me say nsuo asem na wo beka. Mo de omo oil asey nsuo nyina. Sese aye kunu no mo kra mo kọ fishing krampo na. Omo nya enam mpo emfa mba. Sese aye se ye kọ ayi tano so ekobu nsuo.
Oh, right, brewa has a yansem kitwa na unya enam ento aye den shomba. Nsuo e benum kra ye bre. Ya pacho minje si e betumi.
Pacho mo de mo check akra. Maybe some last question. Maybe some last question. Pacho na maybe say so far na esi e no e bia mo MP anasa assemblyman.
Pacho en kasanche no biamba ha say.
Your time no ba no. Omo ba biem. Anoma ba biem. Ba ye.
Ya kasasa ye hu obiawa pacho.
As you can see, the community members are very, very angry because nothing has been done about the situation. My name is Helen, reporting live from Senya. Thank you.
All right, Helen, thank you very much. So we will now delve straight into our discussion, and with me today I have
Ms. Nalet Okanse, PR Manager for Aurora Oils,
and
Fabarai, who is the community rep for Senya.
And
Ms. Christina Goku, a local government official.
Thank you all for joining us today for this very important discussion. I will be starting off with you, Ms. Nanette. What is Aurora Oil doing about the current oil spillage? What is the cause?
The cause is our company had a little technical issue with oil, and it's apparently affecting the community of Senya and their water bodies. So as it is now, my team and my company, they're currently working on rectifying the mistake that was done by my company as it is. Things we want to take, make sure we have the We have the public enhance and protecting my company's image as well. We are currently working on the issue related to the Senya Brekum water spillage.
Okay. I believe that Aurora Oil is doing more than just tackling it. How are you doing that? How are you working to ensure that this oil spillage, because I believe if Ms. Barbara will let us know later on what the effects of this oil spillage is. So what are you guys doing directly to tackle this issue?
Currently, as we speak, we have people on ground checking and knowing the damage oil spillage have done to the community. We have some, and we are working with some NGOs that are helping the community as we speak with their water bodies as well, even though there's a little problem with their water bodies as we speak.
Okay. Ms. Barbara, as a member of the community, what can you say has been the disadvantage that this oil spillage has caused for your community? What damages has it caused?
Right. The issue of the oil spillage goes no two ways than to say my people are devastated. This is our source of livelihood. This is where we go in to have our fishes, tend to market, sell, get enough profit, take our children to school, go about our duties in our everyday life. And then here comes Aurora, causing this. And it can't be taken merely with a pinch of salt because it's actually carrying a whole lot of gravity. It's affecting every aspect of our life. This is not merely just an incident. This is a whole disaster on its own, and it has not just affected people that are mainly working on the water bodies, but then as far as children, because we drink these water, we engage the whole lot with this, and it's a whole lot. We demand action, we demand accountability, we demand compensation. That is all the people of Senya are asking for.
Has Aurora done anything to rectify the issue? Have you had any discussions with the members of the Aurora management?
Well, as it stands now, our agitation is mainly also because numerous encounters and numerous trying to reach them on various occasions and platforms has amounted to nothing. We go and then they tell us, oh, it will be worked on, it will be worked, but we can't wait for you forever.
Is this the first time that this is happening?
Of this much of an implication, no, but of little implication, it has occurred several times. We had tried liaising with them so that they could actually try if we come to an agreement where we could meet each other halfway, but it has all come to nothing.
Okay, back to you, Ms. Nanette, before we move to Ms. Christiana. If this is something that is not a first-time occurrence, then I believe that you also owe some parts, some responsibility to the community members of Senya to do something about it. What exactly are you doing about this? Because if this is not the first time, then I believe that if they drink from this water, if they use this water for cooking, then you also have to make amends for them to be able to get that resource back.
Okay, so I would like to thank you for your question. First of all, to my hearing, this is actually our first time of having a problem with the oil spillage. It has never been a problem. We've never had a problem with Senya community about our oil having to be spilled in their water bodies. So since this is a major one and it has implication, as a PR person, I want to work with honesty and transparency. We want everyone to know that we are currently working on it. We have NGOs that are working alongside us to help with the community, help them with their drinking water and their drinking waters for the cooking, and those that use the lake as a mode of transport to their schools. We are currently working on it.
But we can't also wait for you forever. We can't put a pause on our livelihood. This is our livelihood. This is what we get our monies from. This is where we are able to do stuff around with regards to finance.
Ms. Barbara, I wouldn't want to put what you said aside, but as it is, your secretary actually reached out to us about how we are helping or about the problem we have. As as we speak, we have people on ground working on the oil spillage.
Okay.
We have NGOs alongside helping with the water bodies, helping those who are not able to cross the water because of our water bodies. We have NGOs building pipes in the community as we speak.
Ms. Nanette, you keep on mentioning NGOs, but I believe that these non-governmental organizations have nothing to do with your company. What is Aurora Oil doing to handle this directly? Because I believe that from Ms. Barbara's point of view, this is something that ethically is wrong. You are not being transparent enough, I believe, and I believe that honesty also plays a huge role. Are you putting all those measures? As a PR person, I believe that we all know the ethics that this sort of thing causes. So you are breaching it if we are really looking at it. So what is Aurora, and as a PR person, what are you doing to represent your company in this light?
So as it is at now, there's a lot of, we are being torn. Because as a PR person, I'm thinking about the responsibilities and the health of Senya Bekum's water bodies. But as a PR person and as my company, I'm also trying my best to keep our image and our reputation.
Okay, Ms. Nanette. As a PR person, I believe that there are certain ethics that guides your profession, and I believe that with the current occurrence of the oil spillage happening at Aurora Oil, you're obviously aware that it is breaching certain ethics that the profession holds. This includes transparency, honesty, and the likes. How exactly are you working to handle this situation?
Okay, so in my life, since I started working as a PR manager, this has been the biggest crisis I've ever faced. So as I said, we have some NGOs on grounds now helping with creating potable waters for the company. And with Aurora as it stands, we donated water, we built borehole places for the community. And we are also working on the oil spillage as we speak. We have people on ground to look at how far or how big the damage has been done to the community. We are trying our best to be honest and transparent with the community as we speak.
Okay, let me go to Ms. Christiana. As a government official, has the government heard about what is going on to the people of Senya, and how are they addressing this? Because I believe that this goes beyond the community, and then government has to also play a part in ensuring that things are done properly. What is the government doing exactly about this? That is, if they are even aware.
Yeah, the government is aware of this, and then this is where regulations must be serious or be taken strong, because our company knows that when there is a crisis like this, they have to take responsibilities, but they are not doing it. They're not doing it, and then the people of Senya too deserve justice. So we are working on this, and then we are seeing whether the Aurora company will be closed down or they will lose their licenses. Yes, and then you find what to do to their community so that they will be out of their crisis.
Okay, instead of closing it down, are you guys deciding on sanctions or probably ways that Aurora can, fulfill some corporate social responsibilities to ensure that, they don't also lose out? Because I believe that, and that's why the fact that Aurora has caused, this damage, it's also used to contribute some way, somehow, to the people of the community. So won't closing it down be something that will also affect the community, despite the fact that this is something that is a disaster though?
Okay, so I heard their PR manager saying that they've had conversation with some NGOs. So I think with that we also help the NGOs to settle their matter.
All right. Back to you, Ms. Barbara. I believe even before the story got to us, there hasn't been a lot of media coverage with the story. Personally, do you think that there's something going on and that is the reason why the country isn't hearing a lot and the media isn't, letting the country know what is going on to the people of Senya?
Right, just like you said, personally, well, there hasn't been a lot of media coverage, whilst this issue has been there for quite a number of weeks. And I'm being pushed to think, as a representative of Senya, that there might have been some greasing somewhere somehow with regards to media personnel. But then, who am I? But I believe that this story should be able to reach far and wide, because this is a devastating issue. And if there has been no greasing, then I think it pushes, it should, these media houses should also carry this, because it's carrying a magnitude of it's carrying a magnitude of issue. But then if there has been some greasing, then I think that these companies aren't really practicing what they are preaching with regards to their integrity and what they do stand for as an organization.
How would you respond to this allegation?
Okay, so I understand what Ms. Barbara is saying now, but we all have mistakes. We've all made mistakes in our lives. Now, with my company, we are trying our best to be transparent to everyone. We know if we are not transparent, we are not honest with the community, we'll lose everything, our credibility, our trust that people have in us. So as it is now, we've come to an agreement with the community to just give us some time to help rectify the mistake that was done on our behalf.
Have you already come to an agreement, or you are now hoping
we've actually sent a letter to the chief?
So that is not an agreement. Then I think that is the discussion will get to be done.
We've got a response from the secretary, so we were literally placed under an agreement, because with the response we got from them, it's more of like carry on. So as of now, we are just going to be based on what they sent to us, and we are going to carry on from there.
Okay, not to cut you off, but I believe that you are not technically addressing it. Aurora Oil and Gas going to organize some sort of press conference with media houses, because I believe that from Ms. Barbara's point of view, if you actually wish to do right by them, you would also hope that you let the media know that despite the fact that this has happened, you are working hard to ensure that, you know, everybody is made aware of the situation and that you are working to resolve it. So will you organize a press conference to which you will invite various media houses as well as the people of Senya to come, and then you can have that, you know, discussion too in public? Is that something that Aurora is looking for?
Yeah, we're actually working on that as we speak. We have our team reaching out to various social media platforms, journalists to come to our press conference in which we are going to address the public.
Okay, Ms. Nanette, I believe that with the angle that Ms. Barbara is coming from, as a PR person, there are certain things that you need to put in place. If media houses aren't covering the story, then there is this assumption there that, you know, maybe there has been some greasing going on. Are you doing anything? Are you planning to organize a press conference that will have media houses? That way you can properly address what is going on, and also probably discuss ways that you are hoping to resolve this issue. Is that something that Aurora is planning on doing?
As we speak, my team and I, we are reaching out to to the media platform to organize a press conference with the community of Senya to talk about the oil spillage and rectify the mistake that has been done.
Okay. Miss Christiana, what sort of investigations are you guys doing towards this? Because I believe that despite the fact that Aurora is letting us know that it is an issue with regards to their pipes, government officials doing anything, personal investigations to make sure that the right things are being done in terms of the regulations, bribery, cover-ups, because, you know, it's something that is possible in this country that we are living in. And as a result of that, the people of Senya are going to continue to suffer this. I believe, like Ms. Barbara said, it is not the first time for them. It might not have been from Aurora Oils. It might have been from other oil and gas companies. So what are you doing this time to make sure that after this is resolved, you know, it doesn't continue, and then the people of Senya don't continue to suffer this, or other coastal areas too?
Okay, so now we've sent people to the field, on the field to do investigations, and then now And then now we've heard that Aurora companies have bribed some journalists not to air the crisis on board now. So on board now. So
Okay.
now.
A minute. So let her finish so that we can understand the magnitude before we come to you, so that you can either confirm or debate. Okay, then let's move straight to you, please. What do you say to these allegations that it is a possibility that you have green
So,
cards?
with the allegations being at hand, that's definitely not true. Yes, as a PR manager, I want to keep my the reputation of my company in hand, and I wouldn't want any image or name to be tagged in my company. But as a PR person who believes in honesty and transparency, that we have no hands in bribery or greasing any journalist's hands. All we have doing is we are reaching out to them to help in our press release about the problem we have in hand now. Have
The
any?
problem has been out for a while now, and then nothing has been done.
We are
So I
actually
am
we are still working on it as it is, even though it's not out to the public yet, or any media platform hasn't been there to cover it as it is. But we are actually working on it, and we are reaching out to the press, to the media, to help cover up the press release. To make it known.
The people of Senior, their life depend on this thing, and then we are saying that we are working on it. So how long will you work on this? Because they are suffering.
Like I said, we have NGOs that even though it's their livelihood, we can't say we are going to cater for them all their lives. We ask. So during our press release, we are all going to address those issues, the time duration that we need to help rectify the mistake that my company has done. We plead with Senya that you just let us have the press release, and we'll let you know our feedback.
Okay. Have any journalists approached Aurora with, any offer to help cover up the story?
So we've had a couple of press journalists who have reached out to us about the oil spill, and we've actually spoken to them, but we haven't had anyone come or
Ask for a bribe
Right,
directly.
no.
Okay. Miss Barbara, do you have anything to add?
Well, all I can say is, just as Miss Net is for her company, in that same way I am also for the people of Senior, and it's my utmost responsibility that I stay at the forefront to fight for the interest of the people. So just as you want to be transparent, I ought to also be transparent and also have the people at heart. Their interest should be paramount to it. That is why I am here on this panel, to also argue and push the interest of the people of Senior to the forefront. Mind you, this is our livelihood, this is our business, this is our life, and all we ask from Aurora Gas and Oil is that do the right thing, give us back our livelihood. That is all we want.
Okay. Thank you very much. But before we end this, I would like to just take some few words from each of our panelists, so that we can conclude this. And I will start off with Miss Nanette, who is representing Aurora Oil and Gas as their public relations officer.
So, from my team from Aurora Oil, we would like to say a big sorry to Senya community about the oil spillage we have at hand now. But we also want to plead with Senya and the community that they should just give us a short period of time. All mistakes are going to be rectified. And as I said before, we are working with NGOs, supplying water, helping. We have bikes on us to transport the kids to school since they are not able to cross the river, the lake, because of our water spillage. And we also like to thank the NGOs that are helping us in this.
All right. Is there anything to say to Aurora and to your people as well?
Right, to Aurora, all we can say is we've heard your promises, we've heard your plans, but all we plead and ask from you is that please do what is needful as quick as possible, because we cannot put a pause to our livelihood, we can't put a pause to our economic advancement. And then to the people of Senior, Your interest is very paramount. This is why we are here. This is why I am here to help push your agenda to the forefront. This issue, this canker is going to be curbed. We are going to find solutions to it and help battle this. This won't remain forever. Our livelihood will be back and then more prominent than before. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Barbara. So, Ms. Christiana, anything else to add?
Yeah, so I would say that the government is ready to enforce regulations and then also to do everything possible to help the people of Senya because they deserve justice.
All right, thank you. Let us bear in mind that in managing crisis, we have to, one, be accountable, be held accountable, be transparent, honest, and also to ensure that we do the right thing. All right, thank you very much to our panelists for joining us today, and to our viewers, we welcome all your comments and suggestions. Do not forget to also let us know what you think about the situation. We will also like to say a very big thank you to our sponsors, JD Multimedia and Discovery Gardens, for having us here. I am your host, Anita Fianco-Deborah. It has been lovely being here and having this discussion. Do all to join us same time for another exciting episode of Big Bites. Thank you very much.